everyone, I'm Alex and I'm the hands behind Lovecraft Crochet. My plushies are for the anxious, depressed, autistic, and neurodivergent. Small enough to travel in a purse, backpack, diaper bag, or even your pocket. You can check out my Facebook page or TikTok to see what patterns are available and stay tuned for the new ones coming out. I also make hats, scarves, blankets, and dice bags for the tabletop gamer or dice goblin in your life. Feel free to order through the page, TikTok DMs, or via email at love.craft.crochet@gmail.com. Now, on to the segment.
Hello and welcome to Blanking 15 Minutes, where I, AJ Carey, and his sister, Sam Rossi,
Yellers!
shoot the shit and talk about whatever. Usually we gamify it in some way just to make things interesting. Mostly it's a way to decompress after we do things like the White Knight riots over on Killing 15. Or the Jersey Devil. Actually, that one wasn't
what was it? The one that we had to put a disclaimer on.
The extra disclaimer?
Yeah, that was the internet challenges.
Yeah, that was the internet challenges. That one was pretty tough, but that was a few weeks ago.
That was a few weeks ago. I just happened to remember that we had to put a disclaimer on an episode of Mything.
And yes, the first 15 minutes of Blanking is free on whatever you're listening to it on, but please, if you go over to patreon.com
Or Apple subscriptions.
Links wherever the hell, then you get to listen to the full however long this is. We actually have a few of them that are really fun, and there's a reason we have a paywall on a couple of them.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, let's cover the old business. Or rather, upcoming business.
Upcoming business?
Upcoming business. That would be next week. Killing 15 Minutes.
Yes, that would be on the riot caused by Robert Charles.
I would argue that it was the white lynch mobs caused by Robert Charles.
Anyways.
But you'll have to wait for that episode. That one's set in New Orleans.
Yes.
And then we have the Mything 15 Minutes on the Ghost Bus of Beijing.
Yep, that's going to be on Thursday.
And we should be starting to record our next batch for playing over 15 minutes.
Yes.
And that will be the Humblewood campaign setting.
So if you want to hear how bad I am at role-playing, where I'm playing 4 different minds, go check that out on Playing Over 15 Minutes.
Am I missing anything?
No, not...
Randomly is still on hiatus, but please go back and re-listen to those. Those are quite interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, if you just want to hear my voice, you can check out The Comic Archivist, Reader's History, or Retrostatic Radio.
I like Retrostatic Radio. I didn't have to edit him.
You didn't have to edit me for most of Comic Archivist. I'm sorry, I asked you to do 4 edits for me.
No, I have no issue with the Comic
Archivist. No.
Dude, I have to listen to your voice on this. And I have to tell you, the difference between this and the Comic Archivist, and I mean this is everything for Carey On Productions that we've done.
Yeah.
Is that I could separate the two because I didn't hear you record it. I didn't have to, edit it in my mind as we're recording. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. But anyways, we've got a lot of podcasts, a lot of places, and everything like that. Any other old business or new business? But yes, please check out our Patreon. We actually have some goals that are going to be popping up, such as drawing tablet, because I have an idea on how we are going to but it start including YouTube, but I need to do art for that. As well as a screen printing machine. Not one of those 5,000 all-in-one ones, but just one of the little ones where you actually hand screen print shirts and whatnot. Because then we get to make our own merch, and the merch of our friends.
So I don't get a circuit.
The hell's a circuit?
Maybe it's not a circuit. I don't know.
Anyways, please go over there. You can also see all of our episodes of Killing 15 and Mything unedited, generally before they come out live everywhere else. And you get to hear truly what Sam edits out. Because guess what? It's a lot. Not necessarily for here, Blanking, but yeah. Is that enough covering our bases on all the
I think that's good for the new old business.
New old business. Okay, let's get into today's topic. So, Sam has a vendetta because I always drop the most everything. And a couple weeks ago, during Killing 15 Minutes, on our bonus episode on what makes I believe it's what makes a serial killer popular.
Maybe. I don't actually remember. I know it was one of our bonus episodes.
It was one of our bonus episodes. I want to say it was that one. I, hilariously and stupidly, and I knew it as soon as I said it, you can hear it, compared O.J. Simpson to Deion Sanders. And then Sam decided that we needed to go on a 5-minute rant about that.
It was only 3 minutes.
After what? How much editing?
No editing in that.
Oh, no editing? You'll edit out my entire Gilmore Girls rant?
It wasn't about Ted Bundy.
You're right, because the episode was on Ted Kaczynski.
You're right. It was Ted Kaczynski. Oh,
yes.
Chris over at Twisted Tales, which we did an episode of his on Killing 15 Minutes, is doing a Ted Bundy episode. And it was he just posted that he'd finished it and he's editing right now.
Oh, cool.
So Ted was on my mind because I just saw that.
That's okay. Anyways, so since then, and I usually drop a few jokey light sports jokes in most of my scripts because they are light and barely able to be. I'm not a sports person.
No, he's not, but he can play 2K, NBA 2K better than I can.
No, I cannot. NBA 2K.
I couldn't get out of the tutorial.
I was able to skip the tutorial.
Lucky asshole.
But no, I am not good at NBA 2K. It's
You're
however
pretty good at, you and I played Madden one day.
Yeah, Madden's easy. The show's easy. Pretty much, it's only the reason I don't like the NBA is to make a shot. It just feels so counterintuitive, and there's, at least on how I play, there's a lag. So I will let, you know what I mean? When I let go of the, X button to shoot,
yeah,
it still keeps going even after I let it go. And it's like, I know. My brain should then be like, okay, you actually need to lead the target there. You know what I mean? But
yeah, no,
it's annoying to me.
I understand. The show is super easy. I did one season, and I did it on semi-pro, so it wasn't easy, but it wasn't super hard.
The college football one is actually, I really liked it.
I want to get it.
Not College Football Manager. I think that's not the one I'm thinking of. But it's for, what the hell's the collegiate? It's
NCAA.
Is it still NCAA? That's basketball, isn't it?
No, NCAA is the National Collegiate Athletics Association.
Oh, okay, so it's a catch-all?
It's a catch-all. Everything. If you are a college or university in the U.S. and you have a sports team, you are covered under the NCAA banner, but you can be an independent team.
Okay.
Under the NCAA. So let's go with Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay.
Are part of the SEC.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of when it comes to acronyms.
Where Notre Dame, go Irish, are an independent team.
Okay.
So they don't have to fight divisions themselves. They're going out and playing Beck's team every year, period. So they may play, Georgia once in 5 years, but in that time period. So, wow. He's giving me this look, guys, and this look is, oh my God, my sister knows this topic.
That's not the look I'm giving you. It's proud. I'm proud that you know a topic. Okay, it's sort of like doing the AJ Files and Killing 15. You are actually much more engaged in the discussion side of things than you are when you're the one reading the script.
Well, I haven't listened to the last 5 we did while I was high as a kite. Well, I wasn't high as a kite. I felt good.
You did?
Nothing hurt. I felt like I was on the ball, excluding a couple of misreads.
A couple?
We'll find out when I edit those.
I think you lie about how many edits you actually make to make yourself feel better.
No. I also will realize halfway through a sentence that I need to start it again.
Yes, I know.
I don't stop, breathe, and then do it.
I'm aware.
I'm working on that.
You also don't like using the punctuation I put into the script.
You're correct. I don't look that far down on the script. I don't look that low on the line.
No, you plow through them brick walls of periods to make one giant run-on sentence, and then you look at me like, that was a long sentence. And it's like, yes, but notice how there's periods that break it up into multiple...
I reread that paragraph for you. Okay, guys? I reread the paragraphs because he went on my case about this. So I proceeded to stop at every paragraph, pause at every comma, and then read the entire. Then proceeded to. That was 3 sentences I did. The 4th sentence was a run-on fucking sentence that took up 3 lines.
All I'm hearing is you making complaints. Okay, luckily, I'm not writing Killing 15 anymore.
No, I have like 3-4 paragraphs left on the one that you said makes me sound like I was Donald Trump's script writer, inauguration writer.
Okay. Which I can't. There was whatever Sam's last official script was. Cause
Telegraph.
Okay.
Crafts. So, yeah. I have to say I did like the AJ Files, but I do bring a slight flair, or at least the ability to easily make it sound like I didn't leave a whole bunch of shit out.
Sam?
But you do great. No, I'm joking.
No.
You did really, really good.
I did overview these because I know that you feel very uncomfortable when we talk about race or stuff like things you deem too political.
Well, my problem with race is I don't legitimately see. Yeah, I see your skin color, but I don't use that to judge you. If you're an asshole, you're a fucking asshole.
Is that the past is in the past.
The past is in the past.
It doesn't matter. It's in the past. But anyway.
Hakuna Matata.
Zukazama.
Zukazama.
Anyways. So today's topic is sports. So I'm going to start the ball rolling. Sam, what is your favorite minor league baseball team? I'm going to piss you off and choose sports that I don't think you have an answer for.
I do. It's the Syracuse Mets. They are part of the farming minor leagues of the New York Mets. Another, true New York team.
Because they suck?
No, the Mets have actually been pretty okay.
Okay, but seriously, let's do it as, what's your favorite baseball team and why?
I'm a New York Yankees fan because my grandmother was a New York Yankees fan. Do you remember? I don't think I've ever told you this story. One of the final conversations I had with Grammy when we came up, she was talking about this new guy that everybody's talking about in minor leagues.
Okay.
My grandmother died in 1995. The player she was talking about was Derek Jeter. The following year after she died, the Yankees went on to win the pennant.
Well, that's an interesting story.
Do you want me
to? It doesn't mean you don't have shit taste, though.
Well, I can't say I like the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Why?
Because they don't exist.
They did.
They did, but if I'm going to be, rooting for a team, I want to be able to say, you know what, my team, you fear the pinstripes.
Now, here's where you can argue about why I don't like the Yankees.
Okay.
I've lived 35 years. 8 or 9 was in North Carolina. Okay? I was a wonderful, loving little child who didn't give a fuck about sports.
He still doesn't.
Hold on, I kind of do. I enjoy playing the basketball. Actually, I hate baseball. I've never liked baseball as a sport.
It is a true story. We used to do pickup games in the neighborhood, and AJ would sit there and watch.
Kickball, love it. I can still run the bases and everything like that. And I realize what it is, because I can do football. I've always had the shoulders of a linebacker.
This is true. Mom has said that.
That's because she gave birth to me, and I had the shoulders of a linebacker and the forehead of a St. Bernard. But I don't know why I picked St. Bernard. But I can do hockey, street hockey at the very least. Yeah. I've never been comfortable on the ice. But I don't like cold. Now you can argue, well, the ambient temperature above the ice isn't that cold and you're bundled. But when you hit the ice...
You cold.
The ice is cold.
So you know what you do? Don't hit the ice.
By not going on the ice. Yes, we've covered this. But we used to do pickup games with, rollerblades. That was always fun.
Yep. Now remember, the first 15 minutes are free, and you can join us on Patreon or Apple subscription to get the rest of the story.
Keep on carrying on. CARE. Right. Because Carey on production.